Welcome to Beautifully Rebellious. Tune in as we challenge the status quo, unlock mindset secrets, and inspire you to live outside the box. I'm your host, Erin Burr, and let's dive on in. Everyone has a dream life, a life that they envision living, the I've made it life. For some of us, it might be having a big house, the fancy job, or it's a life of traveling, or maybe starting their own thriving business. And maybe it's just as simple as being a stay-at-home parent and taking care of the family. Either way, we all have a dream life. I want to invite you to do this practice here with me for a moment. As long as you're not driving, do this. If you are driving, postpone this and do this later on. But if you are not driving, stop everything that you're doing right now. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to envision you living your dream life. Picture it. What are you doing? How do you look, like your physicality? How do you carry yourself? How do you talk about yourself, and how do you talk about your life? Now, put yourself in the shoes of that version of yourself. Really envision your physical self of the now in the shoes of that person. I want you to embody that person completely. I want you to observe, how do you feel in those shoes? What are your emotions? Are you happy with your life? Do you have peace? Are you grateful? Are you proud of yourself? What are the feelings that you're feeling? And really feel them. Become that person right here, right now. Now, I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you release it, bring your mind back to the present. If need be, you can do that practice another time with more time to kind of sit in the vision of your goal life, your dream life, and embodying that version of yourself. But for the sake of today's episode, we're not going to spend forever doing that. However, let's just talk about how good it feels to dream. It feels good, right? I know it does. I am a very imaginative person. So for me to be able to dream about my future and the things that I want is something I really enjoy doing. It feels good to be able to jump into the life that you wish that you have. My question to you, though, is why aren't you living that life right now? What popped in your mind? Did your mind immediately start creating excuses? Things like, well, I don't have the money for that, or I don't have the time to be doing that, or I'm too busy raising my kids right now to be pursuing my goals. Or maybe something like, I'm always at work. I don't have time for that. Again, it seems to come down to time. Our excuses tend to revolve around time or money. But the thing here is, these are lies. They are simply just excuses that are lies that we are telling ourselves. There is one reason, and one reason alone, why you aren't living that dream life. Or at the very least, why you aren't actively moving towards it right now. That one reason, you. You are the reason you have not obtained that goal, or at least started working towards it. Your lack of faith in yourself, your lack of desire to achieve that goal, and or your lack of determination. It all comes back down to you. When we have a goal that is so important to us, we will stop at absolutely nothing to achieve it. Think about it. You wanted to graduate college. If you went to college, you did it. You wanted to buy that house or that car, you did it. You have a certain concert or movie or event that you wanted to go to. You went, didn't you? Because you wanted to go. Even simpler, Maybe there's like an item, a certain shirt or a gaming console or the iPhone. You wanted it, therefore you made it happen. There wasn't an excuse then as to why you couldn't do it. Money wasn't an excuse then. No, time wasn't an excuse because you wanted it bad enough, and so you went and did it. Whenever you truly want something, you will believe that you can get it, and therefore you stop at absolutely nothing to achieve it. So I ask you, do you really want that dream life? Are you willing to keep pushing towards it no matter what life circumstances get in the way? No matter what comes up, are you willing to keep pursuing your dream goal life to attain it? I want you to get real with yourself. If you think about it and you decide, no, I won't do absolutely anything to keep pushing towards it, that's cool. Maybe it's time for you to reevaluate your life. Maybe it's time for you to reevaluate your goals and be brutally honest with yourself. Maybe you've already achieved the life that you want and you're very happy and content with what you have right now. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't need to get caught up in the keeping up with the Joneses mentality of, well, this is what they have, so I need to have that too in order to be great or to be perceived as successful. That is not what we need to be doing. What we need to be doing is deciding for our very own selves what our own personal goals are. And maybe our own personal goal is already something that we've achieved. Maybe you are absolutely happy with the life that you're living right now. You're happy with the home that you have. You're happy with the car you have, with the family you have. You're happy with your job. You have no complaints and you want to keep living life as it is right now. And if that's you, that's okay. I want you to come to terms with that. I want you to understand that that is okay to be happy with what you have. That's perfect. You're happy. Now, if you said, yes, I am willing to keep pushing towards my goal and keep pursuing it no matter what comes at me, well, then the rest of this podcast is for you. I want you to stop making excuses right now, and I want you to start taking the steps towards that goal life. So how do we do this? I've laid out 4 steps for you to get you started. You're going to need to grab a journal at some point to do these things. Step 1, get unbelievably clear about your goal. Grab that journal and start writing in fine details what your goal life looks like. What does it feel like? How does your day-to-day look? We can't keep it big, high-level visions when we're not getting into the specifics because you cannot obtain a general goal. You cannot say, I want to have a lot of money. A lot of money can be anything. It depends on who the person is saying this. To one person, a lot of money could be $100. To another person, a lot of money could be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. To another person, a lot of money could be millions. So you need to get specific. And maybe you're like, well, to me, a lot of money means millions. Well, the universe doesn't exactly know what you mean. So you need to get specific. If you want to be a millionaire or a multimillionaire, write that down. Okay? Not say I'm rich. Not say I'm abundant. I'm a multi-millionaire. Write it down. Get very specific about it. This is going to be your vision. Okay? So write your vision down in fine detail. Then move to step 2. Step 2 is where you're going to create smaller goals that will help you work towards that vision. Say you want to buy a house. Think about what steps do you need to do to get yourself to buying a house. Maybe you need to take a first-time home buyer's class. Maybe you need to start saving money for a down payment because you want to have a certain percentage of a down payment. Maybe you just need to actually sit down and think, what do I even want in my house that I'm going to buy? So start setting these small goals. Just write down like the different steps that you need to do. These smaller goals are going to act like milestones for you. So You know that you're online with achieving your vision, and you have measurable goals that you know that you can achieve to get yourself there. They're going to add up over time until you get to the big vision. But you can't just say, I'm going to be a multimillionaire and not have a plan as to how you're going to get there. It's not just going to fall in your lap. As much as I am about positive thinking, change your mindset, change your reality, there's still aligned action that needs to be happening with this. And that's where this comes in. Step 3, change your mindset. Yep, I know I just talked about it, and we are definitely always going to bring this one in. Change your mindset, because you cannot achieve absolutely anything if you don't believe that you can do it. This is why I believe that affirmations are so important. By repeatedly speaking positive, affirming statements over yourself, you begin to create new neural pathways in your brain. These new ones are going to replace the old ones of doubt, the old ones where you believed you couldn't do things. Those old ones will get replaced with the new ones of positivity, of faith, of your new habits that you're creating by achieving these goals. That's how it works. Neuroplasticity, you can change your brain with consistency. You have to keep putting in the work. You have to keep speaking the positive affirmations over yourself, and they need to be in alignment with the goals in your vision, and you can change your brain. It's science, guys. So I want you to write down a few affirmations that are in alignment with your goals and with your visions. And so, sticking with the multimillionaire thing, because it's at the top of my head, you could say something like, money comes to me easily. Every time I spend money, more money comes back to me. These affirmations that I just told you are ones that will start to change your thinking around money, because we usually grow up with a scarcity mindset around money, and we believe that money is a limited source, that there isn't a lot of it. But there is so much money out there. There is so much that can come to you, and other people can still have it. And you have to start by changing your mindset then about money. Believe that it does come to you freely. Believe that when you do spend it, it comes back to you. Maybe even 10-fold, 100-fold. You could even speak some affirmations over yourself about how you handle your money. I'm a great saver when it comes to my money. I want you to claim your goal life, your vision as yours. I want you to speak of it as in the present tense, and I want you to believe that it already is. So your affirmations will not be, I will have multi-millions in the bank account. I will have money in my bank. I will be abundant. I will have this. I will be that. Nope. It's not will, because when you speak like that, it will forever be a future thing, and it will never become a present thing. You need to speak of it as though it already is. I have money in the bank. I have money in my savings account. I have plenty of money to pay all my bills and go on vacation. There's a difference there, okay? And then step 4, practice gratitude. You cannot gain more if you are not grateful for what you already have. Like attracts like. I say this all the time. So when you are grateful for what you do have right now, you're sending out a frequency that says, I like this, and I want more of this. Sticking with the example of money, when you are grateful for the income that you do have, whether or not you like your job. Let's not talk about not liking your job, though, because you need to be grateful for having a job. But when you are grateful for the income that you do have, for the money that you do have, no matter how big or how small it is, you find a quarter on the ground, pick it up, be grateful for that, because money's coming to you. When you say and practice your gratitude for what you do have, including your money, you're telling the universe, you're telling your God, I appreciate everything that I have now, everything that I am blessed with now. I appreciate the money that I do have now, and I would like more of it. And I am open to that. So go ahead, take a few minutes every single day to list out what you're grateful for. Maybe you can create a practice with a partner to verbally share every day what you're grateful for with each other. And the more gratitude that you have, the more positive you're going to be in your day-to-day. Add in your daily affirmations to rewire your brain and some aligned actions towards achieving your milestone goals, and you have a recipe for success. So go on, guys. Stop standing in your own way and begin to live the life of your dreams. You owe it to yourself.